This show is sponsored by myoliveleaf.biz, myoliveleaf.biz.
And Top of the Food Chain Films at blackwhiteandbluefilm.com. Again, that's blackwhiteandbluefilm.com.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of a sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, you know, Lisa, go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Mm-hmm. He was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, with the case, it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify. So it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave it.
Oprah is also addressing the criticism that Gayle is receiving. So she had this to say.
Anybody can criticize anything, but the misogynist vitriol and the attacking to the point where it is dangerous to be in the streets alone, because it's not just the people who are attacking, it's the other people who take that message and feel like they can do whatever they want to because of it.
Gayle King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumb-ass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog-head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker? Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
Deep down inside, all of us black folks had a grandmother or a middle school principal. And sometimes to get to a point, even though it's your job, it's just that grandmama inside you said, don't do that.
Yeah, right.
That's what it came down to me yesterday. Don't. Something about that ain't right. It don't feel right. It's not the right thing to do. Like, I don't like controversial questions on this show.
It didn't feel like CBS made her do it. It felt like she wanted to do it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Right? So that's why I understand that little weak ass apology she tried to make, trying to clear it up and make it like she really didn't know what was going on. You knew exactly what was going on when you got at Lisa. Lisa tried to be as compassionate as possible. She even almost cried to show you how much of a lady she was and how professional she was trying to be to back you off, and you still kept digging in. That's why I took off on her, and I'm going to keep riding on her till I see her face to face to let her know she's out of pocket.
Right,
Get
absolutely.
back in order. You got all that power. Get in order. Don't be doing nothing like that. We got people that look up to you, that worship you and Oprah and think y'all the greatest thing since grass, and y'all coming at black men like this. Y'all that came at Russell Simmons. Y'all did that documentary on Michael Jackson that was false. Y'all doing all false accusations on black men, but then y'all hanging out with Harvey Weinstein and Oprah's old spiritual advisor is doing jail time right now, 19 years for all kind of sex allegations, and she ain't said nothing about him.
None.
So if you're gonna be fair, put the camera on everybody. Get the whole thing. And I ain't trying to rationalize with nobody, because if you wrong, you wrong. I'm not here to try to save nobody that was wrong. But if you're going to be doing that journalistic stuff, you need to make sure you focus on everybody and stop playing the field one way. Because we watch.
When you came on the scene, you just changed the whole game, man. And I just absolutely appreciate you calling this morning and having this conversation with us.
I love you, Rick. I love what you stand for. I love the viewers that's listening and paying attention. They need to hear it from me directly instead of watching Instagram and getting a half story and just seeing aggression as opposed to seeing why.
Right.
And not me trying to attack her because I'm not a woman basher. I'm not trying to come at her any kind of way. I'm just representing the people who can't speak right now. I'm the voice of the people. I'm the people's champ. So it's my job to speak for the people when they can't. She spoke for them people, so I'm speaking for our people.
That's what's up.
No, that's right. Hey, man. Hey, we love you, dog.
Yes, we do, Uncle Brother.
You already know it, Brad. You know I got your back like that.
Radio, DJ, One Nation, One Station.
Hey guys, you're listening to the voice of Valerie Denise Jones. Hope you're having a great day. Please meet me on Instagram at Valerie Denise Jones, at Valerie Denise Jones. Why do I say that? Because I wasn't going to do an official edit regarding Gayle and Oprah Winfrey. Literally, I paid tribute on my Instagram page, so I was kind of done with it, but several of you twisted my arm, and because of that, I am here today presenting this edit. And also, we talked about it during Friday's show, and to my surprise, it went left. Yeah, it didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. There was a lot of comedy and confessions, and yeah, you know, judgejoebrown and Dr. Randy Short, they're going to do what they do. So there was absolutely nothing I could do to stop them. But I do want to say that I am a team Snoop Dogg. So this is not necessarily how I felt, but it is how I am going to present it to you. So we will talk at the end. Please stay tuned to the end because I've got a bonus. Dr. Randy Short gave us an update regarding Ambassador Rice. So I'm going to try and add that at the end versus trying to figure out where to put it into this, into an edit I had already finished. Okay. All right. Here we go.
202710. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. I can hear you.
Okay.
It was actually me because I was on mute because, you know, I have so
Yes,
much going on in the background,
sounded
social media chat room. I know. I'll just edit that out. You know, we don't make mistakes here. We just make memories. But yeah, welcome. How's your day?
Oh, my day is good, and I'm just elated with all this backlash against Male King. There's nothing Gayle about her. And I guess Oprah Winfrey's favorite song now is Stand By Your Man. I mean, we're really sick of Male King. We're sick of folk like Oprah. I was just thinking, I'm going to say this very quickly. First and foremost, I love the righteous black women, but these pork chop, LGBTQ feminist types, castrated types, I don't like any of them. It's like folk used to throw bags of kittens in the river. Not that I would do that because I love cats, but they're just awful. And kudos to my cousin Bill Cosby. I guess he's growing nuts in prison. He certainly didn't have them when he's at the top of his game. Maybe bars do have reformative impact on people. He should reach out to his family, of which I'm a member, and he should have his wife, if he had treated her right. At least she knows where Venus is 24/7. She doesn't know who it's in, but at least she has some idea of what he's about and what he's doing. It's the first time since they've been together, and that's sad. You know, this is like a civil war between these skeezer pork chop feminists like Gayle and Oprah and what's this idiot, the one that looks like they have a roadkill raccoon on their head half the time. They've changed their hair since I started dogging them, Joy Reid. And then you've got these idiots like Shitty Scent and Snoop Frog, because I like dogs and I like frogs, but he's too low to be a dog. Now you've got these counterproductive forces that are they're all paid by the same people, and they're fighting each other. My thing is I hope they destroy each other quickly and that we stay out of it. And if if Male King is catching hell and getting death threats, the same sort of reporting that she and Oprah do on black men makes us live in fear of retaliation and retribution from white society, and they've contributed to making our lives hell. So I'm enjoying it. Have a breakdown, and maybe she can, while she's in rehab, do some reconstructive surgery and reduce the length of her equine lower jaw. Her old Denzel Washington-looking self. She does look like Denzel Washington with a dollar store wig on. I didn't even know what that thing was she had on. I mean, I've seen mops that look better. We're just tired of these people.
I don't know what
put
to
us
say
on.
in response to half of what you're saying.
Look, I'm an advocate to fight against sex trafficking of black women. We have tens, if not hundreds of thousands of black women and girls, and sometimes men and boys, violated. Oprah's all into sex and violence and dealing with the, suffering porn or whatever kind of porn she's pushing out through her show. 85% of the pimps, buyers, and everything else in this sex slavery are white men. Has Oprah or Male said anything about it? So, we have a lot of these, including, what's her name? Poopy Goldberg. You've got all of these man-hating, castrating, pork-chop feminists who have a platform. So let's say they hate black men, and damn it, do something for black women. They don't do it. And you know who the biggest suckers in the game? Black women who feel empowered by black women who don't do a damn thing for them. And they can't see it. It's as if sisters are all walking around with gauze over their eyes. But these hoes don't care about nobody. In fact, they're too ugly to be hoes. Let me take that back. They're just awful people.
All right, so...
I was up at... I got to say one more. You got that Congressional Black Caucus. You got 26 sisters in Congress, and they can't do one thing for black women. Sisters should be pissed at their own sisters as much as they mad at black men.
Yeah, we definitely need to have a conversation, a public conversation to figure out how to digest some of this. But I'm going to, for the sake of time, we're going to try and get through 4 topics today. We're already at 4:15, so that leaves us with an hour and about 40 minutes for the show. We are going to talk about the coronavirus, virus, I can't say that, but anyway, that virus, coronas, there we go, that virus, and then also, too, we're going to talk about Nancy and John Lewis, that you're going to introduce, also Rush Limbaugh, and then Medal of Freedom, and we're going to try and get through just a few topics, but at this time, what I'd like to do is introduce Judge, add him to the conversation. 323-646-323-646. Welcome. Happy Friday.
Here comes Hi, Miss Valerie. Hello, Dr. Short. Doc, you're angry today. You'll get on them today.
Right. Judge, real quick, just for the sake of time, because we're going to try and get some callers in.
Reminds me of when we used to run the dozens on the playground. Go ahead.
You'll have to break that down for me. That might be a inside joke or something.
Real quickly. It doesn't take long. Unlike these little soft sissies we've got today who kill themselves because somebody printed something nasty on the internet. Our recreation when I was in elementary school, 5th and 6th grade, junior high and high school was to sit around during recess, which they don't have, I don't think, lunch, and when we got to the afternoon recess, and we would talk about each other. Hey, man, I don't want to say nothing about your mama, man, but I was over at your house last night, man, and you was asleep, that kind of thing. Or, hey, man, your mama so big she can't get in but a bathtub and get but 2 splashes of water in there with her. That's why she stay funky so much. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you
your mom is so ugly. She doesn't need a court when she goes bungee jumping.
Sense of humor.
Yeah.
So, Judge, wait, guys. Judge, do you have anything that you'd like to say? Because I want to bring in callers here right around the 4:30. 4:30 mark.
Let's go for the call.
Okay. Well, what do you have to say now that Oprah's kind of sort of come out of hiding to defend Gail, and then she's saying that she has received death threats,
look,
and she has to travel now with security.
Oprah and Gail have been having a love affair for decades, you know, and it ain't nothing new. Just same old, same old. They're lovely.
Yeah. So my question to
and
you,
Gail
then,
looks
Judge,
like Denzel Washington's
trying
to do
Philadelphia.
Yeah,
neither one of them is attractive, but you know it is what it is. So
I think Oprah's a very beautiful woman. I do.
Oprah
could win the
Oh no!
I mean,
I
we
do.
could put a
But
sound
wait,
on
guys,
her. Gail could win the
Wait a minute.
Let's stay on
Hold
track.
on. What Oprah really looks like is what she looks like in Color Purple. That's what she really looks like. Her makeup artist ought to be classified
Well,
with
she
Michelangelo.
definitely photographs. She photographs well.
Look, they Photoshop that. They trim her down. They do so much stuff. But her photographers or her studio and her hair and makeup artists are like Michelangelo's or, you know, Leonardo da Vinci. You know, they are.
True. It's true. And you know what? Gail could always be a star at Churchill Downs. I'm telling you, just give her a saddle. She would win.
Dr. Short and Judge Brown, can we stay on topic?
Yeah, I mean, but you asked what that is, and most men do. I haven't met a man ever who thinks Oprah's good looking. Especially those who think her.
What do you mean? Stedman does.
Who?
He has a boyfriend, a fiance, or whatever.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Oprah does. And Gail
What's
had a
his
husband,
name?
a whole husband.
What's her name?
Boyfriend's name was Male.
Stedman.
These
Male.
guys get paid to occasionally show up someplace with them. They aren't boyfriends. They don't even like guys. They like each other.
What do you mean? They don't like girls. Get it right. They don't like girls.
And if you
let's
talking
just
about
deal with
Stedman, you talking about
Stedman's
Stedman?
business partner is
Stedman
Armstrong
is gay.
Williams.
Stedman
and Armstrong are business partners. And I'm just telling you, their
So
office
why,
used to be on
where'd
2nd
that
Street,
come from?
one
When
block
did-
from DuPont
Stedman is
Circle,
gay?
where all the
Where'd that
people
come from? I'm
Stedman's gay.
Lord, we all
hang
over the
with
place.
these flamers. He's
This
notorious
is no
out
secret.
there. Hey, look, eyeballed it. Getting in the red carpet and flamers and Stedman rubbing on each other's butts and stuff. You know, hey, he's gay.
Look, as I said, Stedman's business partner is Armstrong Williams. Armstrong Williams has lost several cases of sexually harassing men. That's no secret. It's the Williams Graham Group. It's Armstrong and Stedman Graham Company. Fact.
Well, look.
It used to be on P Street, one block from DuPont Circle. That's a fact. You can go right online and look it up. Don't believe me. I'm not judging.
Doc,
I'm not judging. I'm just telling you what the fact is.
With own two eyes have seen him getting out of a limo with a bunch of flamers onto a red carpet, and the boys are rubbing butt. You know.
What's his tuxedo red too?
I don't know. It wasn't red.
So, am I to assume that this is not a very serious topic? Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah.
Should we just disregard this?
This is Hollywood frontal. Oprah has made a living, and that's why a guy named Roger King, whose daddy invented TV syndication with the Little Rascals, Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, and black and white movies they used to have on TV.
You know, Laurel and Hardy reminded me of Gail and Oprah.
Hold on, Doc. Hold on. Roger King was a football player, and he was sort of from outside of Hollywood. He came in and inherited from his daddy, okay? He was a straight-up stand-up guy. He recruited Oprah. He interviewed about 350 people, and he picked what he said was a poster child for ugly, stay-at-home female America. He discovered Phil, and he said, when I say said, he told me face-to-face while we were drinking. And in vino veritas, and alcohol there's truth. And he discovered Phil, and he said he felt it would be better for all around if Oprah was said to discover him. He managed all her money, set her fortune up for her. When he died, everything started going crazy with OWN, which he set up too. So you have to understand, Oprah's thing is to generate a crying catharsis in her female audience who feels bad, and she has typically generated it by using men, black men in particular, to remind all of these not good-looking babes that stay at home and don't have much going on, that the men they've had in their lives who've left because they didn't have much going on, they can cry about it and they'll get a scapegoat that she regularly brings in front of them. So that's her, what do the Jews call it, shik or whatever it is? I forget what they call it. Shiksa, yeah. I met Oprah in 1973. She was just getting out of Tennessee State. I was dating a beautiful woman named Nettie Stowers who had a talk TV program on WSM. And Oprah was her gopher. She wouldn't speak to anybody. She was nasty to everybody. She had bad breath, bad teeth, bad complexion, bad hair, bad body, bad feet, and a bad attitude. So her nickname on the set was Miss Bad. Now, that's my memory of first encountering Oprah, 1973. What's that, 47 years ago.
I did see Oprah one time working, and I'm not convinced that she knows how to use tableware, like knives and forks. She was eating at her hand with her hand at the State Department, a dinner that Condoleezza Rice had. And I mean,
so
I'm serious. I've never seen
you guys,
that before.
the whole purpose of the conversation was to ridicule the fact that these people are tearing down people's legacies and reputation, and that seems to be the exact same thing that you're doing in a comical way. Is it not the same?
Sauce for the gander is sauce for the goose. Amen.
Oh, wow.
Somebody needs to debunk it. It's been glorified.
So how do we then be an example for young people, for the millennials and below?
I'm not trying. I don't want to set an example for young people, Miss Valerie, of going around always being nice, the crap that ain't nice. It's time we got out of that paradigm that they put us in, where everybody's got to be Mr. Feel Good or everybody's got to spread love.
I don't mean nice, but what about the chorus?
Bullshit. You got to fix bullshit. And somebody's got to say the king's got on no goddamn clothes. You know, it stinks to high heaven. This ain't cool. So I don't want to talk about somebody, oh, my God. I want to talk. Yeah, she's been doing it. That's how she got where she got. And I don't even like the woman because for the last 4 years I had my show, I beat her every damn week in the ratings. And they weren't about to let that be known. They wanted to get every little goddamn rumor out there on my ass. Hell, tit for tat. She's part of the structure. She ain't out there for black folks. She's out there for Oprah. Oprah had a bad early life. She hates black men. She hates people in general. And she's getting her goddamn revenge on everybody. So we go around and laugh it up and say, oh, but aren't we doing the same thing when we talk about Oprah like she talks about everybody else? And look what she did to Lance Armstrong. He's white, but you can see the same thing. This man had 6 weeks to live, and he persevered, did everything they told him, won seven Tour de France wins, and I mean, everybody was doing drugs, but Oprah, that selfish heifer, had to just put him on, and so she could get him to cry and talk about he did wrong. They had no case on him until she induced him to act a fool and confess for her. That was evil. Didn't do a damn thing except get her some ratings, and it was bullshit. Man was supposed to be dead 10 years before that. See, that's just low down.
Yeah, that's right. These pork chop feminist Jezebels, there's nothing likable. And particularly, we got a generation, these younger people that don't have any men around. They don't know the difference between a good woman and a Jezebel jackass, feminist. And we're telling them the difference. And so bring war to them, and teach these young guys and young women, how to be who we are, or your better self. Oprah, like I said, sister, all these women missing, organs being taken out, getting hysterectomies, all these violations of black women done primarily by white men. And she hasn't said a goddamn speck about it because those are her masters. And she helped.
That's who made her all that money. That's who managed her affairs. That's who managed her businesses and set them up. And there was one in particular, but he didn't even like the monster he had made, and that is Roger King.
And so, Oprah.
So, do you think that they act this way because African Americans haven't contributed to their success? I mean, financial.
Bullshit.
You know, to the financial bottom. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense
we need
of
to
all
stop
of this.
making excuses for these people. Look, they're doing it because they're evil.
Maybe
Male
I believe
King,
in the decency of humanity at some point. So I'm trying to make sense
sometimes
out of
humanity
it.
doesn't have any decency. You've got 1 or 2 persons per 100 or 1,000 that are just sociopaths and psychopaths, and Oprah and Male King, whose father was either military, CIA, or State Department, or all the above. She comes from a mercenary family. I mean, and just look at her. Like I said, she looks like Denzel Washington playing a tranny in Philadelphia Part 2. Okay, it's just ridiculous.
Right.
It's
okay,
awful.
let me give you one example, quick. Not of her, but just to explain what Oprah and Gail are about. You know Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, the dog trainer. He had a series on. He trains dogs, right?
Correct.
Right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He's known for training dogs. Oprah and Gail are known for putting on tame Negroes. So that's what they do. A lot of what our black celebrities do is put on tame Negroes or tame Negroes, like Cesar Millan tamed dogs. And people want to watch it. So it's not the person so much as the opportunity to put on a dog act. Well, you have to know how to train dogs and horses, too. That's hard. But she gets to put on a dog and pony show with black folk. And somebody else is scripting it. She's the figurehead.
See, it's just so much that goes, so much background noise. We don't always know the stories, and it's really sad. And I definitely want to applaud you guys for your honesty. My problem, I guess, with the rest of the people is that, let's say, one quick example is during the Super Bowl when Jay-Z and Beyonce sat down and they were surrounded by a sea of white people who also sat down, but they were singled out and they were the headlines. And I just thought for 5 seconds, nobody is deserving of the death threats and the criticism when so many other people are just as deserving and deserve all that attention. So how do we meet each other halfway? Or we can have some decency, because just because you say something or you do something wrong, there should be a system in place to govern that, not necessarily a death threat. It shouldn't cost you your life because you said something foul. So that's the place I was trying to get to. That's pretty much it. I'm not Team Oprah or Gail. I'm not saying that at all. So
Be brave.
I appreciate your honesty.
Be brave. Be brave. That's what they need to learn. Crap it. If they're going to put themselves in front of the public eye, then take the heat too, as well as the goodies. Now, I was just a state judge. I had James Earl Ray's case in my court. I got saved by some former clients who were detectives on the first one. Some idiots were trying to break into my Lexus and plant 2 kilos of coke. All right? Next thing, I'm the judge, state judge. I didn't have a TV show. And 5 people tried to break into my home and kill me. That was a gun battle. Okay, then hell, goddammit, ball up. Be brave. And that was 25 years ago. Get some balls.
To you.
23 years ago.
Other thing is, they bring a lot of filth and degeneracy.
Dr. Short, after your comment, I'm going to open up another line.
Fine. These artists, so-called artists and people bring a lot of degeneracy and death in our community. If we were serious people, for example, Jay-Z and these people that praised the dope, and a lot of them like this Nas that are pushing this LGBTQ, they would not be safe in most organized societies. I'm going to just say that. I'm not saying make death threats to them. I'm just stating where people want a normal family life with a man and a woman, they would be, what's happening to Gail is like someone throwing rice at a wedding. You don't mess with the family. You don't mess with mother, father, and child. You don't push drugs and degeneracy and get celebrated in a lot of countries. People would literally feel compelled to hurt you because what they're putting out there is poison. They're like pushers and everybody else. And for Jay-Z and for Beyonce, we shouldn't have been sitting with a crowd of white folks anyway. Why? What do they think happens when folks consider us subhuman? Why? Because you are a shake dance and got some money, you're going to be treated better than the rest of us. I don't give a damn about sellout folks catching hell and the environment that they want to be in. That's the price you pay for simulating and getting away from the people you've turned your back on. I wish it happened more often. That's the one reason why we had a little bit of unity back in the day with Jim Crow. As much as I hate Jim Crow, is that a lot of black folks, no matter how many dollars in their pocket, got treated the same as a black person that's broke. And they have used this classism. If you have a few dollars, we won't treat you like someone that has no dollars. It's caused people to pretend that all the problems that we've always had are gone. And so you can get an idiot like John Lewis and other people to tell you how much progress there's been. When a couple of people get treated better, this is an old slave management game to treat somebody a little better than the rest, to say to other people, you can be like them if you just kiss our behind and keep your head down. So I'm happy when sellout black folk get abused in the public realm because they don't give a damn about the rest of us. And Jay-Z, those same coons went down to Mississippi to protest at Parchman Jail, but they wouldn't tell you what I told you, that the men were killing each other in there in ass wars fighting over drag queens. How come Jay-Z and the others aren't calling for a ceasefire on prison rape and coming up with some programs, at least for no other jail than Parchman, versus always trying to play some game or get some hype? I'm sick of these people. They're useless to us. They're dead to us. If they're getting death threats, not that I want them to get them, but what did they expect? Martin Luther King got death threats, and he was standing for something. They're standing for the destruction of their people, and they're in the public. They'll get death threats through, too. Man up, woman up. That's what goes with the territory. Black folks get death threats and harassment every day of our lives. They think they get a few $1 million lying to us that they should be exempt from what the rest of us experience. They need to get out my face.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
how y'all doing
how are
today?
you? Good.
It's Maurice on the team.
Brother Maurice,
Hey, Maurice.
how you doing, young man?
Hey, man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I just wanted to get my little take of that whole scenario, man. Granted, it was, first of all, deplorable how she did that whole interview. And, you know, first and foremost, I've been on Oprah for years. I mean, Judge, we've had, talks about this all the time. So on the flip side of it is good that people are finally seeing the light of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, granted, this is basically, I'm not going to, go obtuse with it and just call her mammy or whatnot. But at the same time, though, we see that what's going on as far as like her being a somewhat of an agent, and then you got her right-hand woman, Gail, in the same scenario. Now, to me, it's kind of like chickens coming home to roast, because it's like, you've been doing this for years. It gets to the point where, like, you throw these different type of shade when it comes to black men, and then you look the other way on when it comes to, white predators. I remember, I remember watching the Arsenio Hall show when Minister Farrakhan was on there, and he was like telling Farrakhan was telling Arsenio that, like, if I was on the Donahue show or if I was on Connie Chunk's show or being interviewed by Barbara Walters, I would be seriously opposed. And then Arsenio was like, how about Oprah and Montel? And he just was like, no. And just the silence of it, you could feel the tenseness, and the crowd was just like, whoa, they ain't never really pay attention to it. And it was like, it really went, she's basically afraid to have real strong black alpha males, on the show to really get it out, because what the minister's saying is that, truth will come out. And they don't want to see that type of strong statue of strong black men, represent themselves. She would never have a strong woman like Shahrazad Ali to get out there, because that's going to be like the total opposite of what she's trying to preach. And, you got to get to the point where, like, they have been pumping this victimization mindset for so long that, like, okay, this is all we got. But then now, with the feminist and Me Too movement, they chose the easy target, which is black men. So they know we get to the point where we like backed up into a wall, and only real sisters are going to get out there and fight for us. So it's like now people are really caught on to the backtrack. And I salute my sister Monique, because she was really one of the first ones to call her out. And everybody was just like, oh, they was just gasping, like, how dare you talk to Oprah? She was like, yeah, but that's Oprah. That's the Oprah that y'all don't know. Judge, you already been on it because you seen in the industry how cutthroat she is. But now you're starting to see just with her and Gail and some of the inside things that they've been doing, and it just kind of just really unraveling, step by step. So I'm like, look, man, I'm in a way I'm kind of disappointed that it took us this long to catch this BS. But, okay, cool. I won't, go out there and, go hard with it like Snoop did, call it all a bitch or whatnot. But at the same time, if he really felt like that, hey, man, it's all to the G. So I respect what he said, because he's really been saying what we wanted to say, but a lot of us have been afraid to say. And like I said back with Monique, same thing. He said it, that a few of us who caught on to it. But everybody, I think, when it's all said and done, it's a conditioned mindset. They feel like, once again, that we cherish these celebrity gods, these black celebrity gods, because white people love them so much. But then at the same time, the key word that we have to really understand is, how free are you? Because she can't say certain things or throw, challenge certain situations, because the white man will take the thing away from her. I remember when the Million Man March went down, she wouldn't even go out, and do no type of special on it. And I'm like, yo, that was history. You see what's going on with Sesame Street, and they just got this Billy Porter character, and I'm just like, man, what the fuck? Excuse my French, but like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It got to be a limit being drawn.
That's Sodomy Street.
But thank you, guys.
Sesame Street.
Do you guys want to say anything in support of Black History Month? Is there anybody you guys want to celebrate before we wrap?
I don't want to celebrate anybody in Black History Month.
No?
Black History Month needs to be studied for what the lessons are, not who did it. See, that's a trap. History is taught so you can learn the lessons of the past so you don't repeat the mistakes. If you want to correct something or change something or work on something, you need a diagnostic. Studying history is a diagnostic. Being given a slate of names to memorize is not a history level diagnostic. It's crap. See, that's what they've done, is a trap does. Nobody has ever presented Black History Month in terms of the lessons to be got out of it. They give you a series of carefully selected black folk who have done something and achieved something, but that achievement without a context is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to celebrate any one damn person. I want us to understand what we have on our plates.
Can I celebrate this show and you, Judge, and all the people that listen? We did make history because Oprah Winfrey has backed off of messing with Hustle Simmons. And I believe the lesson from that is independent voices saying we're tired of the BS does make an impact.
Man, hold up. I mean to speak on something, man. Excuse me, I ain't mean to cut in on nothing, bro. All due respect, look, this is Maurice again. Judge, respect, Valerie, respect, Mr. Smart. You know, I respect you, dude.
My name is Short.
You know what I'm saying? Granted.
It's Short.
Granted.
Not Smart.
Short, smart. Apologies, bro. But look, man, I respect you, dude. But, man, we got to, you know, that's not manly how we just constantly just throwing names out there at different people, especially certain people that we don't know. Now, I don't know Russell Simmons. I don't know Oprah Winfrey. I don't know Gail. I know what Oprah and Gail did was totally foul, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, just to be constantly just throwing names at people like that, come on, man, that's not manly, brother.
Who says it's not manly?
We got to be bigger than this, man.
And Simmons, when he was trashing Harriet Tubman that everybody was screaming at Judge about for simply saying that there were people
he was out of line for that. He paid for that. He apologized
he wasn't
for that.
out of line.
But at the same time, bro, we got to be bigger men than this.
No, brother. No, because that culture that got put in, that put all this foolishness in our young people, that these folks have gotten billions off of, it may be problematic for you. No, you said something,
and
I'm
never did anything wrong to me.
To it. That culture is negative and degenerative. It's offensive to people who have values.
Let's get something straight here, bro. Let's get something straight here. Hold on.
Guys, we have
let's get something straight here, first and foremost.
And then we got to.
And I need to say something. I need to say something.
Don, I need to say something.
See, you ran in, bro. Once again, I need to speak on this. First and foremost, bro, I take it from the good and the bad. It's negative sides of the hip-hop culture, but there's also positive sides of it, too, that the people don't speak on. I didn't know that much about history until I heard about Public Enemy, X-Clan, and so many different other artists. I didn't even know nothing about the Rwanda genocide. I'm not finished, bro.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
You're not hearing nobody talk.
All right, one at a time.
Here, bro.
Maurice, you got the floor. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is this, bro. We have to. I'll come from that culture, so I have to take the good with the bad with it. First and foremost, like I said, I didn't know much about Black history until I heard some of the artists like Public Enemy, X-Clan, and Paris speaking about Black history. But then also, I didn't know nothing about the Rwanda genocide until I heard it from the Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? So it was certain things that I take from the culture that I have to be like, okay, cool. That kind of instilled self-pride in me. On the negative side, yeah, we had negative sides of the culture. But I just can't go out there and just generalize people just for who they are when I never met them.
Well,
and you've been doing that throughout the whole show, brother.
That's your point of view. There's a lot of people you can establish a pattern of behavior or contributions, and that's what you do with an educated, trained mind, where you get your information from research and investigation.
So you saying Killer Mike is not an educated, trained mind? You saying the motor technique is not an educated, trained mind?
Killer Mike, I said Killer Mike works for the record companies. Those same record companies.
You know, he's got his own record company. What are you talking about?
Okay, no. And who distributes, sir? Who distributes it?
He distributes. He has his own independent record label, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't work with Hollywood.
Okay, guys, we're down to 90 seconds. What would you guys like the listeners to take away from today's conversation? Can you guys please sum that up? Then we're going to go around and get some contact information so we can all stay in touch.
Okay, well,
make yourself a celebrity and hero instead of jumping on the bandwagon with celebrities. Make yourself or somebody in your neighborhood the hero.
Right. I would agree. You don't need any idols. Get rid of your idols, and you be somebody of worth. And surround yourself with like-minded, upright people, and do what you can to take care of yourself and help others.
We're going to take one more call before we change subjects. 216-509, 216-509. Your mic is live. Welcome to the show.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Valerie Denise, Judge Joe Brown, and Who's on board. This is Daryl Williams of the Team DOW Unity Movement. I'm just now checking in, and I'm trying to catch up to what you guys are talking about. What I've heard is a little bit of Oprah bashing, but in recent times, from what I've been hearing, is that it's been warranted. But if someone can briefly catch me up real quick, I'd like to make a comment.
Daryl, you're gonna have to listen to the playback.
I'm gonna have to listen to the playback. I can't get a 10-second. I can't get a 10-second.
No, listen. Oprah was on a morning show. She was okay.
Let me try.
Yes, sir.
10, 15
He's going to help you, Daryl.
What's been going on is certain people have been reacting to threats and other negative reactions to things that they've been doing. And essentially what those things are that they've been doing is bashing black men and men in general.
Well, yeah. So allow me to say this, Judge. With today's climate of everything that's going on, we got to remain focused, because this is the exact same thing that they put out there to keep us distracted from unifying. We're in a very unique climate right now, to where we just come off the year return, where thousands of people have gone to the continent of Africa, mostly in the country of Ghana. And I think this is the perfect example of the enemy trying to continue to keep us separated in order to divide us and to conquer us, instead of us continuing to unify and come together as one under one God, one aim, one destiny, as the UNIA teaches us. So I say this to those comments and the people that are talking about the male bashing and things like that. We got to see it for what it really is. And this is the enemy continuing to use different tactics to keep us separated. And we can't fall for the okie doke. As what's his name? Eddie Murphy would say, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Continue to stay focused on us working together, collaborating together. The people that have like minds and like ideas, we need to continue to work together in order to beautify our people and uplift our people. There is no way that we should be falling victim to, even with the fact that they're using Oprah to do this. She's one of the most powerful black women in the world. And we should see that by now. We shouldn't allow that to distract us from keeping our eyes on the prize. Just my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that.
Brief comment.
Let's see.
Brief comment.
Sure. Yes, sir.
We need black unity, but we don't want to unify with all blacks, because some people you want to get rid of because they'll take you down. That's what happened in the 60s, late 60s. People unified, and then you got some men who were traitors, who were opportunists, some who were pimping the whole idea.
Only a fly wants to be united with shit. I resent people pushing unity without looking and having quality. Can't save or help everybody. Oprah is someone that's a lost debt to us, and so are any traitors. So whenever I hear anybody just saying unity, 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 what it really says is, you people who are really standing up, stop having strong stances so we can all come together. That is an agent move instead of a active move.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I totally understand.
You always weed out, sir. You always have to weed out.
Football, I totally understand that.
Basketball, a marching band, traitors and patriots. And I don't call a traitor woman a strong black woman. She's a strong pork chop feminist sellout. No ifs, buts, and ands about it.
We already know what Oprah is. Everybody knows what Oprah is.
When you don't
in order
call her
to
a strong
get
black
past that,
woman on an independent platform, you recognize she's a traitor, and we take the next question.
you know, again, you can't dismiss the fact that she is a strong black woman. Look at her bank account.
Traitor.
That's what makes her.
Listen to you,
Excuse
man.
me, sir.
You're
Excuse
double-minded.
me, sir.
The
Look
Bible says
no,
a double-minded man is unstable
You don't know
in all
me.
his
You don't know me
You're
to call me
calling her a
double-minded.
strong black woman. Yes, I am. I do know.
I'm calling her a strong black
hurting
woman
the community,
because the woman
a
has
strong black
influence
woman,
because
but
of her
she's hurting
bank
our
account.
community. She's
Do you
hurting.
realize
Yeah,
that this is a multi-billionaire?
Man,
You don't call that powerful? You don't call that powerful?
Go.
Settle down a little bit. Settle down. Everybody, you're talking the same thing. Basically, everybody's interested in black folk getting to heaven. Now, sir, one little piece of information is Oprah's bank account was made for her by a white gentleman named Roger King, now deceased. And see, she has the money, but his goal was to find a poster child for ugly female stay-at-home America. He interviewed 350 people. He auditioned them. He picked Oprah. He made her rich because he wanted to make her a counterexample so that what she did became a very lucrative project for him and his investors. I talked to him. He told it to me. He used to like to drink, and when he got to drinking, he'd talk. Now, that's where Oprah is. She now has a consortium of white lesbians who basically own her production, own OWN, and they're pushing her. So when you talk about her being a strong black woman, look at her bank account. Look at the bank account that some white folks set up for her and that they are using to control what she does. I mean, that's what it is. It's still dangerous. I mean, but I would like to see this woman illustrate something independently that's got nothing to do with them and have the nerve to say, screw you, I do have to think about my people. You know, I'm getting old. One of these days I'm not going to breathe, and there may be a heaven or a hell, you know.
There's nothing in it for us. You're going to have to love the one you're with, even if you don't necessarily love them. At least you know what you got. These other people don't give a damn about us. We've got to love ourselves, work amongst ourselves, be united with true people, not with sleazes that have their tongue in rapists like Weinberg's ear, or Denzel Washington Tran wannabe Male King, or any of these people. Snoop Hogg, he's a pig. We don't need to be united with any sludge. Okay, that's for maggots and flies. We need to be united with upright, quality, beautiful black men and women, defend each other, love each other, work together, encourage each other. And those that can't get with community, that can't get with our people rising up out of the dust and being a phoenix rising into the clouds, then let's leave their ass behind the same way you drop the ballast off of a hot air balloon.
I'm not mad at Snoop Dogg because of some things I know about him, which are meritorious. But
okay, good. I'm glad you do, because from what we know over here,
I'll talk to you about it later. But I mean, for purposes of this discussion, you know, if there is one person I would not give an award to, it's John Lewis.
This show is sponsored by myoliveleaf.biz, myoliveleaf.biz.
And Top of the Food Chain Films at blackwhiteandbluefilm.com. Again, that's blackwhiteandbluefilm.com.
All right, guys, that's it. Yeah, that's actually the end of the audio because Judge started to introduce topics that we were going to talk about in the second hour. So I decided to end today's audio so I wouldn't confuse you. I didn't want to morph the two. I hope you got a lot out of it. Actually, I know you got a lot out of it. Outside of the comedy, the comedic undertone, there was a wealth of knowledge betwixt Dr. Randy Short and Judge Joe Brown. You can always take what they say to the bank because they are always on point. I may not agree with a large portion of what was said today, but yeah, it was definitely interesting to say the least. All right, so that's it for me. Go on and meet me for a quickie over at Instagram, Valerie Denise Jones, Valerie Denise Jones on Instagram. And also, in case I get invited to a block party, I reactivated my second account, Miss Valerie Denise Jones. But yeah, just subscribing to Valerie Denise Jones will suffice unless you just feel like supporting me on both sites. Yeah, I get invited to a lot of block parties here lately because they've been doing that to me on this platform. Yeah, my videos aren't getting suggested, so I don't know how much information you're being exposed to, but I try to give you, as much as I can for you to consume. So yeah, just keep hitting the like button, meeting me down in the comment section, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, sign up for the updates. Tell a friend who will tell a friend about who we are and what we do. All right, guys, I will meet you down in the comment section. Here is a message from our sponsors. Bye.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Trump is sort of this walking white supremacy symbol. And they see that and they are buoyed. They're like, wow, like this is the guy who is the embodiment of what we wish we were.
Donald Trump made people comfortable with not having to be politically correct anymore.
That means white folk who want to go on with their racism, their bigotry, their sexism, their homophobia without being challenged.
He's playing to people's fears, and he's exploiting their fears for his own political ends. And I don't even know that he believes his own rhetoric.
He's not trying to give all the jobs in Chicago to people in Tegucigalpa.
Trump is the best thing we could have because we were bamboozled by the Democrats and the Republicans. Now we see that it's a system based upon the interests of rich white men with property and power, always has been, will not change.
When you say something like, make America great again, what does that mean?
This song is for you.
Trump is not a racist. Trump is about business. And most business people like me want a guy like him in charge.
All right, guys, that is the end of the trailer. Please, if you'd like to find out more details, go to Curtis Scone's website. His website is blackwhiteandbluefilm.com. blackwhiteandbluefilm.com. Please go to the site, peruse the site, hit a few clickable links because the entire documentary film is available for rent or purchase. Again, that website is blackwhiteandbluefilm.com.
Did you enjoy this audio? We sure hope you did. Today's show is sponsored by My Olive Leaf. Please visit myoliveleaf.biz to shop for olive leaf extracts which will assist your efforts to transform your life, detox your body, increase your energy, get restful sleep, and rid your body of antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. Do not delay. Contact the MOL reps today. Please visit myoliveleaf.biz for their full line of olive leaf extracts and moringa products. Oh yeah, for those of you who would like a personal consultation, please call the MOL reps at 612-567-3263. Also visit their website and social media pages for the latest on sales, new releases and more. Have a great day. See you in the comments section.